Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? I have been working really hard to harvest cells and then to make this pack. And then I installed my chargers over there that I haven't had time to like make a video, and so that's why I'm like, well, I'll just go live. I'll see what everyone is doing. What are you guys doing tonight? Edrack says, currently working on a pack myself. I decided to give the newer bruising kit a try. Wow, you're a brave man. I mean, yeah, it was good. No, it wasn't good. It was a pain to put together. And the contacts were all over the place, at least with these ones. Because I'm thinking, these are the same thing. They're not the best, right? They're good for like 4 amps. But they're each one is 4 amps. You know what I mean? Like, there's no like, is it touching? Is it not touching? Did I push hard enough? Did I push the cell hard enough? There's none of that. This is like, you put them here, you assemble it together, and it's a pretty solid pack here. This is 10 modules. It's roughly about 500 watt hours. Right now I have it set up for 48 volts because I got a 48 volt inverter over there that I'm gonna try it out. But let's see what you guys are saying here. How's everyone doing? Whoa. Let there be no evil. Toys for Boys, thank you for the super chat. Very, very appreciated. Let's see, here we go. A few cells got so warm the heat shrunk. Not too sure what that was about, he says. What? Germany is in the house. Mississippi, California. Richard Adams is from Argentina, but he's in California. Finally in California. Jay, scoot up and read my post. So you. Okay. I'm building a Powerwall. My Jeep Wrangler inside air cooled over the wheel boxes. Cuando pones donde compras los PCBs? There is a link where to get these PCBs. You can download the file and then order them yourself. I'm not gonna sell them myself because this is not a finished design. We're working on some changes, right? And I'm not doing the layout. I don't know how to use Eagle. I tried it. I downloaded and I tried it. Super confusing. I couldn't load the Gerber file, right? Because this doesn't work that way. You need the actual like working files. So I'm letting Justin do those changes, and I already sent them an email. But he's a busy guy, so it's gonna take a while. I don't know how much longer before we can get at least the ones that I want. I want to get the holes smaller. What else did I say? There's a couple of changes. Oh yeah. The other one where I get one of these posts in the back here to be electrified, as opposed so that there's a better symmetry in the electrical design of the board. And then at the very least those 2 changes, I think, and then I'll feel comfortable. I am gonna buy some, then I'm gonna sell them to you guys. But I think in the long run, I'm not gonna, because that just takes time away from me making videos, right? Like if I have to ship a bunch of boards for you, and it's like, how much? I can't even make money off of these boards. You know what I mean? Like if I pay $1, what am I gonna do? Sell them to you for $2? And I don't know. That's not what this is about, right? So I am gonna make instructions how to get you guys to download the file. You order the stuff, give you the links. You guys order all the stuff from China because that's where you can get the best prices from. And then you build your pack. It's not about me making money. I don't want to spend a bunch of time. Once I design this to where I want it to be, then I'd let it go, and you guys can go and just do your thing. It's an open source project. This is not a money making scheme. And remember, like I said last time. Oh, what if we put them like this? There we go. So I also want to make a top. I'm having so many ideas. Like for those people that would want to use like a BMS, for example. BMSs, these are super cheap. You can get these for like $6, and I think that's because they're so like popular, right? But the problem is that they only do 20 amps, 24 volts, right? But you could double them up, you know what I mean? And then you have 40 amps. So you could put 10 of these modules, and then I can make like a PCB where we put these in here and you do all the wiring there. You just solder it onto the top of the board, right? And then you just connect that on the top, just like if it was another module on top. But then the XT60 connector that comes in here, then it's having the negative go through the BMSs. So that would be a quick way to have every 10 modules for about $12 have a BMS on it, right? So about every half a kilowatt, and it'll do 40 amps, right? Because 4 amps per module. This one will prevent you from pulling more than 40 amps on the 10 modules, and it'll be nice and safe, right? I mean, I don't know how safe as these things are or whatever. But I'm working on that, and as soon as I finalize this, which is the main board version, then I can get to that other version where I can do that. I can do it like this whole size, double the size, so that we could also use it to attach these boards together as a square module like that. I don't know what it's gonna end up being. I think it might I mean, it's super modular. You can do a bunch of things. You can lay them down. You can stack them up high, up to 10. Yeah, it's like crazy. So it's coming. It's just I'm still have to do all these tests and stuff, and I'm sharing, and sharing some of these causes some of these problems where people are like, where's the link to buy them? And there's no link to buy it yet. I mean, unless you want to download the file and order it yourself. I will be more clear about that when they're finally ready to go. So Code 3 Chaser says, where can I get a fast 48 volt e-bike charger to connect to my J1772 inlet? 48 volt. I don't know. I mean, the eBay, right? Or Amazon. I think so. I think they sell 48 volt chargers. Let's see. Leader of the Jehu, it's like to work with you, collaborate on building a battery bank for my solar on my bus. What? Is that a question? I don't know if that's a question. Hi from Perth, Western Australia. Love the live sessions. Thank you. Houston, Texas is in the house. I ordered a solar panel from Home Depot on July 9th. Got notice it was delayed because of weather. July 17th was last track. Now they can't find it. Nice. Yeah, sometimes shipping sucks. So what is the Facebook page so I can join? Oh yeah. How come you haven't joined my page? I gotta have those links here so that you guys can join. By the way, it was affected by, as soon as I made a closed group, then it was the number of people joining has declined a bit. So yeah, it does make a difference. Where's the link? I gotta have these links ready. I'm a big mess here. Let's see. Facebook, right? Facebook. There we go. Facebook. There we go. It's I have a link that is called DIY. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna post the link. If you're not in our Facebook group, join our Facebook group. I put all day. I'm putting updates over there. What I'm doing, taking quick pictures, and then throwing them out there. There's a ton of people now, about almost 5,000 members now, and they're all building stuff. So it's pretty cool if you're trying to get ideas or get motivated or get some inspiration. It's definitely a good place to be. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Just got my Lido Kala. Found out that my vape kills 18650s. All of them are down to 50%. or less capacity. Wow. Yeah, the vapes. Those vapes are 18650 torture machines. That's what they are. What are your thoughts on the ISDT Vatigobi? I don't know what that is. I was amazed. It balanced my 100 amp hour pack all day pretty slowly. Oh, if that's the little thing, I ordered one. What is it now? 2 months ago. Either it's not never arriving, it's never gonna arrive, or it's on its way from China still. That's the problem with the China things. Um, yeah, it's on its way. I think I checked like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, whatever happened to that thing? And I checked. Yeah, someday I might get it. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Yes, I put. Oh, Island Times. He put the Facebook group. Thank you for that. Yeah. Did you see the picture I posted on the Facebook page? Yes, I did. That was pretty cool. Um, yeah, it's so crazy. Like, you should make like a little box, strip it down, put it on. Wait, you're on an e-bike, right? Yeah, and then put it on the side of the e-bike. You just like connect. It's so funny. People are gonna look at you funny when you pull up to them and then start charging your bike next to their car, electric car. Or imagine you're taking up the cable and then someone pulls up with their electric car and you're like, oh, you're using it? All right, how are you using it on that on that e-bike? Need to open source charger that's high output but can't charge two different voltages. Two different voltages. Jamaica's here. Yeah. AliExpress is a good place to look for e-bike chargers. I got a 14S 58.8 5 amp charger from there for about 25 and it works. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm kind of hesitant to change the voltage on my skateboards, because the chargers like are super cheap. And they're easy to get, right? Where is the charger? Yeah. Amazon is full of these guys, right? This is the 36 volt one. It charges up to 48 volts, 1.5 amp. But you can get a 2 amp, a 3 amp. I think I even got a 6 amp, but it might have been a lower voltage one. I think I got a 6 amp that's like 6S or something like that. For another, I was thinking of doing earlier in the builds. I thought I was gonna do 6S, but then I'm like, what am I doing with these? I just gotta go as high as I can in the voltage. And it was a good thing because now the skateboards are pretty good at 10S. But there you go. There's the 14S one, which would work with this pack, by the way. You could just connect that charger right here, boom, on this XT90. Well, whatever, you can put these. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I don't know if you saw that, but I'm not using the XT60 connectors here. All I did was bridge the center thing there. Oh my gosh, I don't want to. Imagine I drop this on my computer right here. And then I just bridged the two poles there, the two posts on the top there, and then I grabbed it from the other two posts. That's the 48 volt. These are the this is half of the of those cheap, super cheap cells that Tom sells. The modem, yeah, these are not. There's a lot of them. Look, over about 50 cells out of 200, which is what, 1/3? Well, what is that? I don't know. It's a lot of cells that were completely dead, and they're not. I'm not able to wake them up, or I haven't been able to wake them up. So that's quite a bit of bad cells just from the get-go, right? And then the other ones, they're all coming out around like 2,000 milliamp hours, which they're originally 2,200 milliamp hours, so they're not too bad. A couple of like 113, 115, but then there's like the other half of the cells is still in the chargers. They're still processing there. By the way, guys, yeah, I like the Sand Flare a lot more than the Light Ocala. It's just less at a glance, I could tell what the charger is doing. Each one of the cells, you know, what's doing, where it's at, what's the voltage, whatever. When it's done, it's easier to look it up. I don't have to press a button. The other ones, the light's off, so you have to press the button, and then you have to like, oh, I want to see what number cell number 1 is doing. Oh, it's done. Oh, okay. I mean, it lets you know it's done, but if it's not done, you don't know how close it is to being done. And then what ends up happening, they're changing the program. Like all of a sudden, it just goes to charge, or if you're not paying attention, you don't realize that you're like charging on the last cell you loaded, and the new cell that you're doing, you're running through the thing. I don't like the lighter colors as much. I think I'm just gonna get more sand flares. Those get hotter at at the same power output. So Tom said that they get hotter at 500 milliamps, where the lighter colors run cooler at 500 milliamp hours, right? And the lighter colors can go higher than that. I think one or something. I don't know. I think they can. But whatever. Who cares about that? Okay, what's happening here? Am I falling behind? Oh my god, I have like food in my face. So Average Joe, I'm out of just stopping in. Oh, okay, this is Average Joe. It's in the house. Joe's working. What's up? Have a good one. Let me see. Just posted a picture on the DIY Facebook page. Go check it out. I need to concentrate on the planes. Total cost of each board before adding batteries. Well, it's about $5, right? So the board is like 80 cents, but then by the time you ship it out here, I had 100 of them shipped to California, and it was 130 some dollars for 100, so it comes out to about $1.30 per board. And then the holders are about $1 each, and then the posts are about $1, 25 cents, right? So you need 4 of them. So, and then the connectors, like, I don't know, a few pennies or whatever. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're like around $4 plus the little connectors and the solder. Oh, and the fuse. But the fuse, I think, is like $8 for like 100 of them. So, you know, it's like almost nothing, a few cents or whatever per word. So it's like $4.50 or something, $4.50. Which is what, about 40? Yeah, so about $45 for 10 modules like this. That's what we're looking at. That can about, on a 2,000 milliamp hour cell, that's about half a kilowatt. So you need about 20 of these to do 1 kilowatt. About 80 bucks. About $80 per kilowatt? Yeah, about 80. Yeah, if you're using the 2.2 or 2 amp hours, 2,000 milliamp hour cells. If you use the higher ones, like the 2,600 milliamp hour cells that Tom sells, then it'll be less. It's about $66, I think, a kilowatt hour or something like that. That's what it works out to be. Let's see. Sand flare is slow. Yes, but that is what you want. I mean, that's why would you want to test your cells at higher speed than you're going to use them, right? Like you're not gonna get a very accurate representation of what the cell is gonna do when you assemble it into a pack. So, just yeah, I'd say you do it at 500 milliamps. That's what you want to do. You're talking about old cells. Let's see. What do you use for your screen overlay? I don't know. My brother set it up for me, so I don't know. I don't know what he used. Oh, OBD. Well, I don't know. That OBD is the program. Hey, how come this thing? Oh, let me connect my computer. It's not charging. Let's see. There we go. The dogs knocked it off. found that already. Thanks. Let me see. But the cells don't seem to really like the 1 amp. Um, well, I mean, these are old. I mean, I don't know. Depends on which cells you're talking about. But yeah, I used to do one amp, right? You know, before in the day and stuff, and I wasn't getting very accurate readings with those. Um, how are your solar panels doing? Well, they are actually doing much better now because my neighbor cut his tree that used to shade part of it during the afternoon hours. But that was 2 days ago, and I haven't checked it, and I have my system rewired different right now because I wanted to see how much energy my AC is using right now. Because right now it's really hot in California, like really hot. It's running nonstop all day, like 24/7. It's running right now because it's just ridiculously hot. So I wanted to know how much energy it's using. So I just flipped my sensors and use the ones that record the solar, and I just put them on that line where my AC is at. So right now my system is it's recording the AC when it comes on as solar coming in, and so that way I'll be able to tell how much energy I need to put that Powerwall that I'm gonna make here to power my AC unit. Um, Lots of heat on the light of color. Yeah, they don't at one. Okay, so let's see. Uh, Hi from Wrangel, Sweden. Wrangel, I'm sure that's pronounced some other way. Um, Harvesting a lot of batteries from Israel. Wow, Israel. Um, have you tested the PK cells? I don't know what the PK cells are. Are the cells fused on the PCB? Yes, they're fused. There's a main fuse for each string, and then each parallel connection to the next board is also fused via a trace fuse. So there's everything's fused here. Like if any of these cells decide to go, there's going to be a couple of fuses, at least a couple of fuses that are going to go up per cell. So it's not the same style like that grid that is on the others, on the other modules that we're building, but they're fused. It looks a little bit different. They're fused per string of 7. There's a fuse there, so any of those 7 goes, then that fuse will blow. And then like each individual 7 cells, it's also fused against the next 7 cells and the next 7 cells, and because these are all in parallel, right? Can I buy 1 kilowatt battery pack from you? No, I don't sell battery packs. Sorry. I'm trying not to sell anything because then that just takes time away from making videos, and I already don't have enough time to make videos. And that's what I want to spend my time doing, right? Like, I know there's money to be made selling stuff, but I don't want to do it. Like, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, hot, almost 100 in downtown LA today. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely 100 over here where I'm at. I've recently been given 27 100 amp hour GVS cells. Going to pay attention to what you're doing closer now. Oh, GVS cells, those are lithium iron phosphate. They're cool. They're kind of a weird cells. They were like the only ones that put. If I think they're the ones that I know. They have the terminals on one side, and then the other terminal on the other side, supposedly, so that it would load them up more evenly, right? It was also a electrically symmetrical cell. But I think from all the ones that we saw, because they were low production runs, right? They weren't like super popular. I think they're all kind of like not the best quality control, or the failure rate was kind of high on those too. But hey, if you got some, use them. How are you dissipating the heat from cells? I'm trying not to dissipate any heat from cells. I'm not running them more than 1C, and at 1C you shouldn't get a lot of heat from them. So that's the plan, anyways. The plan to get rid of the heat is to not create the heat in the first place. These are 100 watt maximum boards. So at 100 watt, you shouldn't be creating too much heat on those cells. Let's see. Been working hard. This is solar generator videos done. Editing a ton of video. Wow. Can you recommend someone who can build a battery pack for me to go into a zero-turn lawn mower? Zero-turn lawn mower. What? I wonder what that means. Can you recommend someone who can build? Go ask in that group. You know, and you know, I'm just one guy that's doing this, right? And I mostly spent most of my time editing the videos. You know, I'd like work one day messing around with batteries, and then I spend, you know, a week editing a video, and then I put it up. But there's a ton of people that are building packs, and they're building their Powerwalls and stuff, and they're all posting their stuff. Here's another link to the video Facebook group. So go over there and ask there. That you might find someone that is willing to take on someone else's project. Like I say, I don't have enough time to edit videos already, and I have way too many projects of my own that I just can't do projects for anyone else. It was 114 yesterday. Yeah, 114 is crazy. It was 114 here 2 weeks ago, and it's crazy. It's the ones with the 4 little bolts. Yeah, it's the one with the 4 little bolts. Yeah, so those are, yeah, that was even the terminals were different on those batteries. That was pretty cool. They were thinking different. They weren't going like everyone else. But I don't know what happened. I guess that didn't work out because I don't think you can buy those anymore. I don't think that company's still around. Can you do something in Spanish? Yeah, except I don't have time because I too many projects and barely have enough time to get these ones done. Someday I think I will. Someday maybe I'll be able to hire someone, and then they can help me dub my videos or write them out, and then I can read them, and then you could do. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But as of right now, yeah, I can't tackle. That's just too much work. Yeah, the failure is high on the GVS. Let's see. Oh, so by the way, guys, I bought that cheap inverter, that 48 volt inverter. You guys see this? Yeah, the dogs are doing the show. They're doing their thing. Let me see. Yeah, I bought this guy so I can test this pack right here. I didn't have a 48 volt inverter yet, right? Because I mean, eventually I think my systems are gonna be 48 volt. It's crazy, but you know, I don't want to buy that inverter yet, and so I just kind of looked and see what's the cheapest 48 volt inverter that I can get. And this one popped up, and I've seen a lot of people use this. It seems to be, you know, decent, not completely just trash. Here's what I'm really surprised. This is not a transformer base inverter because it's really light, and it's 2,500 watts. And then here's the interesting part: 12 volts. 24 volts, 36 volts. Right, this is available on 36 volts. It's pretty cool because then that means we can use all those battery packs that we have here. The 60, 72, 96, and 110 volts. Really? Nah, come on. That would be cool if that's true. They make them in all those voltages. Oh my god! But look at this. I just noticed this. All these screws are not really tight. I'm gonna have to tighten all these screws before. Oh yeah, look at that. You push them and they all move up. So it seems like whoever was putting this together, I don't know, they went on break before they completely finished, and they just didn't bother to come back and finish putting this thing together. So it's kind of cheap, I guess. I mean, what can you expect, right? It's a cheap inverter. We'll see what happens. We'll see if this little battery here will blow it up. That would be cool. Make the smoke come out, like you guys like to say. Zero-turn lawnmowers are lawnmowers that professionals use to mow and make turns without moving forward or turning. Oh, I see. So they're like, oh, they can turn in place. Oh, I see. Wow. So yeah, they seem like they're the big ones, right? That means you'll need a big battery. It's a completely electric, or is it just like a battery that they have to start the motor kind of thing like that? Let's see. Did you sell your 36? No, I have them. I took them down because I'm using another project there, or I'm considering using them in another project. Thing about that is I make another video, and then although they have been available lately, they're just kind of they're more expensive right now. But no, I have them there. I might use them for that project that I'm working on, or I might just say screw it. I'll just use my brand new system here. Oh no, I can't. No, I can't. Well, can I? What is this? No. Well, I guess I can test it. I can see if those inverters, the big time inverters, will work on a 48-volt battery. It might. You know what? Yeah, that's another test I got to do. Let's see. The company I work for uses the GBS cells and industrial equipment. Lots of them. Oh, okay. You need an intern. Yes, I need an intern. But I'm not ready for an intern. I just, you know, one day I'll be more organized enough to take on an intern. Because an intern, you're like, oh, free help. Well, yeah, but now you got to manage this person, right? If you don't want to be, yeah, it's just more, I'm not ready. Let's see. Please recommend a website to buy genuine 18650 batteries. So I just bought some batteries. Oh yeah, by the way, I finished testing these. Now I just got to put the video together. And I ordered some of these. I ordered 24 of these cells to make the ultimate skateboard. Right? Because so the problem with the skateboard that I have is it's great. The only thing I don't like about it is it's too heavy because those batteries and the thing, right? The motors and that. So I'm like, if I can make the battery lighter, it would be great. You know what I mean? Like nobody needs 40 miles of range, but if you can get 30 miles and then you can cut so I think these are gonna do it. I think they're like the most energy dense cells right now that you can get. These are 5 amp hours. And by the way, they do, is it this one? Oh, it might be this one right here. Yeah, this guy. So anyways, I bought these on a website called IMR something. They're in Texas. I think batteries.com. IMRbatteries.com. They're the only ones that actually had them in stock, and Amazon has them in stock, but they're $15 to sell or some crazy amount. So those were still really expensive. Oh man, did I just close the browser? Jesus, I just closed. Let me open the browser, guys, so I can read your comments. Yeah. Hey, you want to say hi? Hi to everyone? Oh my God, this guy's heavy. Oh. Okay, hold on. I'm live right now. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Look. Everyone, look over here. Yeah, so try IMRbatteries.com. Those guys are crazy. Okay. Why not start your own company? I do. It is my own company. I'm doing videos on YouTube. That is what I do every day. That is what I want to be doing every day. I want to make money doing that. Wes That Tech Guy says this is a high frequency inverter. They are okay, but won't hold up to the everyday loads needed. Ah, open the inverter up. Yeah, I guess I am gonna have to open it up. Wait, what? Jack Rickard had some nasty things to say in his last video called "You Hack" and said you took his video. Oh, Jack. Yeah, Jack is funny. He thinks he likes to say he's above it all, and then he gets down here and like, yeah, he's just a giant hypocrite, and he's a nasty person. So I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with him. But he was the first one to crack open one of those batteries. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna talk about that video, right? Um, and there's nothing he can do about it because it's transformative in nature, in its nature, right? So, what is that thing called? Whatever, the thing that you can use somebody else's work and add commentary to it. So it's exactly what I did. And I guess I didn't go back and see what he said. I guess I don't care enough. So I'm a bit after the start. Did we ever figure out what your Sanyo failure rate was? So they're still processing. So it's an ongoing project, but it's quite a bit. 50 batteries out of the 200 are completely dead from the start, and I put them to wake them up. You know, where you put them next to another battery, and then you let that battery charged it up. And I think only like 5 or 6 cells recovered. The other ones are dead. Which means that the CID it's blown. That means that it like physically separated. So that means that's why they say 0. The only way to actually make that cell work is you'd have to stick something down there and physically push that little cap so that it touches, and then you can run them. I might try doing that and then see how many of those cells are actually decent or usable or not. But yeah, I'll break it down eventually, like how many of the cells were 2000 milliamp hours, how many were 1900, 1800, and then how many were below that, how many were like completely dead, how many of them were heaters. As it turns out, not a lot of heaters. I have like 5. I haven't done the thermal on that right now. In fact, let me do it right now so you guys can see it. Here's the little camera that I use. You pop it on my phone here. Boom. Right? And then, come on, man. Allow. So then it just... Ooh, I see some heaters over there. You guys see that? I see heaters. Hold on, let me see. How many of them? I'll mark them. Where's my thing? I'm just gonna mark them right now. I'll record it. Oh, 169. There's one over here that is really a heater. Why is this thing so big? Oh, these boxes, they drive me nuts. Why does everything have to come in a box? Oh, alright. Which one is it? This one? Oh, this guy. That's 162 degrees. What else? There's some up there, but everything, I think the chargers are 130 degrees. Not so much the cells. Damn, okay. Let me just take that one off. One cell out of all of those. Not bad. Hot. Put that in there. Okay. I just removed the hot one. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking at myself there. That's what I look like removing the thing. That thing was 160 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what? I don't know. What is that in Celsius for you guys? Who cares? Who cares about you metric folks? Learn some English. uh, let's see. For like 2.5 a cell, you can salvage from some Amazon battery packs too. Check out Alarm Hookup on eBay. Just got here. Anything good happening yet? Anything? No, not a lot of stuff happening. I'm just answering a bunch of questions. That route is incredible. I know BMW Adventure rides part of that route in reverse. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. So I got the Power Tech on 1000 watt inverter. My window unit draws 480 watts and it trips it. What do you think? Well, it might be because of the startup, right? It's 480 watts, like, continuous, or that's when it starts up? Yeah, because most of these things have like a spike, a huge spike, and then if I show you my unit, it has a huge spike. Let's see. I want to say it's like 12 kilowatts when it starts up, and then it settles down at like 4 or 5 kilowatts. But it's a huge. Well, actually, you can't see it here. Never mind. For some reason, it's not showing it. Oh well, here's one. Yeah, I mean it's not as high. It used to show it higher, but I think because I have that thing, because I think there's like a crosstalk right now because I have the actual AC showing up as solar input. So I think it crosses, like it cancels some of it out or something. But you see that the initial spike is higher and then it settles down. But it's nothing like before. Before I used to see it, it was like 12 kilowatt and then it just comes down, which is quite a bit. Let's see. I'm somewhat new to the live streams. What lights do you have on your ceiling? There's some cheap Amazon LED lights that I put on there. What? The English also measure in Celsius, by the way. Oh, really? Oh my God! So it's just us Americans that we don't care about everyone else. Yeah, we're crazy like that, I guess. Well, finally I came on when it was live. Just want to say I love your videos. Keep it up. I'm from Norway. Hans, thank you for all the love. Physics is in the house here. Yeah, yeah, they're just regular little lights. They're actually LED lights. So they're super skinny. You do have to cut a hole in there and put them in there, and it's cheap. I think they're like $12 or something like that each one. Okay, where are we here? What 18650 module enclosures would you recommend me for building a battery pack for an EV? No, there's no such thing. There's no module enclosures for 18650s that I would recommend for an EV. I would say, so the way I'm going to build my modules is it's the traditional way. For an EV, you need to have the energy density as much as you can. So I won't recommend like even my stuff. This stuff is not energy dense. You know, not good enough for a car, right? So I'm gonna do something similar to this, but I don't know if I'm gonna end up using these, the little plastic holders. I might just end up doing a PCB, right? And then I'm just gonna load up all the cells like that. And I think I'm gonna do the same thing, except that I'm gonna make 30S modules. Am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm still debating if I'm gonna do 30S modules. That way it allow me to make one 30S module, another 30S module, and then I can just like parallel it, and then the next one, right? And again, it's easier to like deal with them like that. When they're all connected together, it's like one module, but then you can break it apart, and then you can like service it if you ever needed to service it or whatever. Um, yeah. So yeah, there's no standardized modules that are good enough for EV right now, as of yet, right now, for the 18650s. Uh, let's see. Are those battery checkers always balancing the 7S, or do you need to activate them each time? So the ones that I have are not battery checkers, right? Those are not balancers. Those are just battery. Yeah, those are just battery checkers. And in fact, it's not good for you to leave them on because they take the power. They power themselves from just the 1S or one or the two first cells, right? Like if you plug one cell in there, it won't power it, but if you have to plug two cells, then it powers the entire unit. So I think it takes the powers from cell 1 and 2, so it'll actually disbalance the cells. So these are, just to check them. Um, and they do use somewhat energy, because when I leave them plugged in there, I forget. Then I'll come back and the pack is like dead. So yeah. Where's that tech guy? Thank you for the $5. I have a few thousand new authentic batteries, both 18650 25 amp and headway 31 138 120 cells in blue, the 100 amp ones, and red 200 amp. Let me know if you need any. Wow. Wait, so you have the 25 amp batteries? Yeah, what are the capacity on the 18650s? So I'm actually, for my bus, I'm going to be making my battery, and of course, I'm gonna try and put the most energy density, dense cells that I can put in there. I would do 2170s or whatever, 21700s, but these things are just incredibly expensive right now. I mean, we're looking at some deals and getting some from one of the manufacturers, and even then, you're still gonna pay like $5 a cell or something, and we're looking to buying like over 50,000 cells, and so they're just the newest in the market. So I'm definitely probably not gonna go that route. Um, I just found out that I can get the NCR 18650Bs, those green ones that we have that I like. Where are they at? Oh, I think I'm charging them. Where? Let's see. These guys. So these essentially are the batteries that were on the Model S, right? I mean, it was a variation of this one, but this is essentially the battery. This is what's on the Model S, is the 2012s, the 2013s. Eventually I think they change them, and probably newer models have a different, or it's you know changed enough that you say that it's not the cell, right? But this is a 3400 milliamp hour cell. One of the first ones that was a 3400 milliamp hour, right? So this was really expensive for a long time. I bought these off of Tom. He had a small batch of them, and I just snatched them up. I'm like, I'm taking these. And how much did I pay for these? I don't know. Somewhere around $1.50 or $2 to sell. So probably close to $2 to sell or something like that. Well, I just found out that I can buy these now, new, for like $3. Yeah, I think it's like $3. I can buy them new. So if that's the case, then yeah, I think I'm gonna go with these for the bus, because again, I want to put the most energy dense there, so it's the lightest, and then I want, first I wanted 100 miles, now I'm around 150, now I want 200, but if I can, dump 300 miles worth of batteries in my bus, I'm game. And if they're almost the same price as the used ones that we're getting, why not just get, the new ones? So of course I order samples. we'll see if they check out. Then I'm starting to buy new cells for my bus. But yeah, let me know which models of the 18650 cells you got. I might be interested. If you have anything that's high end, you know, high capacity. Let's see. There's also some. Oh my god, that moved. Fernando Rivera is in the house. I'm gonna design a PCV to use 18650s to power the Iron Man suit. Everyone is on that PCB design craze. I don't want to be left behind. Everyone? I think it's just me and Javier. Well, I guess I'm flattered. If me and Javier is everyone, I guess join the band, Fernando. No, the CID will not protect the battery if it has been reset. Yeah, so no, if you do that, then that's it. You won't be able to work it out. But I just want to see if those cells have any usable capacity. You know, because the CID is basically a fuse, right? And that's... oh, here is the other cool thing. Once I realize... okay, once I figure out what the percentages of these batteries, right? I bought 200 of them. You know, 50 of them are bad. And then, I don't know, maybe around 10. It seems like it's going to be about 10 that are heaters. That's not bad. You know, they get the bad rep of being heaters. And then the other ones are going to be whatever. You know, like, well, I'll break them down how many of them are like in brackets of like 100 milliamp hours, right? I also have another source of these batteries. A long time ago, I bought a bunch of laptop batteries that had this exact same model of batteries. In fact, let me show them to you. Whoa. So here we go. These cells right here. Oh my god, boy. So these right here are from those packs that I bought. And then I didn't know what to do with them, right? And I thought these were like really good. I think I measured capacity and they all came out to be like really good or something. I want to compare them. Oh, like, what's going on over there? Yeah, these are the exact same cells. They're the same. I got the model number, which, by the way, if you guys want to know what the model number is. So anyways, I want to compare these ones, take all these apart and then test them, see how they compare to these, and then, you know, see if there's any heaters in here. Because if there isn't any heaters or there's less amount of heaters, then it's not really the cell. Maybe it was the actual use. It was the actual application. I'm thinking, you know, it's like they're powering, I think, the same devices that the 2600 milliamp hour batteries are powering, right? So from what I know, those modems are not supposed to use them. They sit there idle and they're only like charged the entire time. And then, you know, if the lights ever go, so there's no cycling back and forth on them. Yeah. Oh, so this is the F. UR18650F. But maybe not. Maybe they are cycled or whatever, and then it makes a difference that these are smaller than the other ones. Oh man, I can't see on this one. I think all the numbers are on the inside. Or is it here? But anyways, yeah. I have another source of these, and I'm going to compare them to see if the failure rates are similar. And then we'll see. Maybe it's not the cells. Maybe it's the application. It's whoever designed that thing, you know what I mean? Let's see. What is that to your left? What is it to my left? So my battery pack? This is my battery pack that I'm building. This is the this is the clickbait that I use on this video to get you guys to click on it. And you guys can come and talk about batteries. No, I just finished building this actually. And I was like, do I keep testing it? I'm kind of tired. I was actually so tired today that I had to go take a nap. What is that about? A nap in the middle of the day? Like you take some time and then you sleep. You go unconscious. What is going on there? Am I getting that old or something? Uh, let's see. I use 10 amp hour headways. Yeah, that's that. I'm sitting under my bench doing nothing. Uh, do you think Panasonic NCR 18650Bs are the best energy density cells on the market? They are 3200 milliamp hours. Well, they're supposed to be 3400 milliamp hours. No, they're currently better cells, right? There's like 3500, 3550 or something like that. I mean, they're still like that's almost the best energy dense, right? Do you think Panasonic are the best energy density cells in the market? Now, 18650s, right? Obviously, these are better energy density. These 21700s. This is 5,000 milliamp hours right here, and it's not much bigger than an 18650. Slightly, I don't know, 30%. I think that's what they said, right? 30%. Yeah, this is winning right now, but I think they're the best bang for buck right now when you're trying to get like high energy density or high capacity on a cell. And I think they've been in the market so long that the price has come down. So up to the point where I can get them for about $3 a piece. So yeah. Which by the way, it comes out to be, I broke it down and it comes out to be about $300 per kilowatt hour. So it's still the same as you buying a Tesla Model S, a Tesla Model S module. So the same price, I can get the raw cells. And of course you're saying, well, why would you want to get cells so you still have to make the module? But the reason is because I'm trying to design my own custom shaped modules. If I wanted to do the work to fit Model S modules in my bus, then that would probably be the way to go, because you get, although you don't get brand new cells, a lot of those modules are kind of degraded because people were, if you got some family of 5, that own that Model S and they got sideswiped by some drunk driver or something, then, maybe those batteries are fine. But usually I think a high number of those are from some, young people that just like launch at every single green light that they hit, and they drive it around in ludicrous. And so by now, even though the car only had 50,000 miles, those batteries are beat to hell, because they're fast charged, twice a day. A high number of those vehicles, I think, that are ending up in the junkyards right now. Dismantlers, some of those cells are degraded. I have some raw cells here that I tested, and these guys are from a Model S, right? This is the same cell right here. Well, actually, it's not the same cell. Damn, it's not the same cell. It doesn't have the same marking on the bottom. But this is much later, I think. So, anyways, this cell right here is supposed to be 3,400 milliamp hours, like this one. This is 2,600 milliamp hours. I measured it. No, 2,644. 2,694. Okay, it's almost 2,700 milliamp hours. That's a lot of degradation on this cell. And I tested this several times in different chargers because I thought I was doing something wrong. And I have several of them, and I'm like, nope. Those cells are degraded that bad. So I'm better off buying new cells for the same price. Do you think Panasonic? Yeah, so that's the one. Let's see. I know, sure, there were some 35s out there, maybe some 36. West That Tech Guy says they rock. They use it on most of my builds. Oh my god. Could the boards be made so that the physically, oh man, I lost it. Where was that? I lost where I was reading. You guys posted too many comments and it made it run. Where are you? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to start some other one. Oh, there we go. Could those boards be made so that the physically larger 27 cells could fit in them? Yeah. Well, I mean, they're made to be used with that holder, right? But look at that. Width-wise, they would. I don't know. I don't know length-wise. Oh, let me see. I have. And by the way, I bought what I thought was all the 2700s or 2170s in the market. So it turns out there's a couple of 20. Where's it? Yeah, this is a 2700. So this is 1 millimeter smaller. I'm like, no wonder. This is another one. 20 millimeter, 1 millimeter smaller. Some are fat, some are thin. I'm gonna go, how come these are all over the place? And that's the reason. It's because they're not the same cells. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I think you could fit 7 cells here. Let's use the real 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. Oh, it's gonna be tight. No, I mean, you can. It's blocking the holes. At least on the back side, it's blocking the holes for the standoffs. But you know that wouldn't be such a big problem. We could just like make it bigger for the 2170s. But the problem is that I mean, you're really gonna buy a bunch of these at $15 a pop, or how much did I pay for mine? $8? I think, yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was like $200 for like 24. It was it was expensive. Those batteries are expensive. There we go. Am I in focus? This camera sucks. I need to get a new camera, guys. Panasonic, Sanyo, etc. Big brands. Let's see. So I already read that one. There is only so much to be had for getting the best in terms of cost. I don't think 2170 cell holders exist yet. No, there are some. I don't think they look like this though. I think I seen some, but I don't remember which kind they were. Has anyone found a way to reuse the built-in BMS in the laptop battery? No, that's it's too much. There's too many different ones. I guess maybe if you had like thousands of the same kind, maybe it'd be worth looking at. But they have, proprietary software in there and stuff. And I don't think it would be worth it when you can buy these things for $6, right? I mean, BMS. So of course these are not the most advanced BMSs, right? Like, literally, it's. I don't even. Do I see a controller in here? Yeah, I think these have a controller. They have to have a microcontroller, right? But then I see a bunch of these like sensors, right, for the 7S for the balancing, and then the main MOSFETs over here. So yeah, $6 right here, and it does 20 amps on a 7S. That's why I want to use those, because they're cheap. For $14, you can get 40 amps. You can't buy a $12 40 amp 24 volt BMS. It just doesn't exist. I mean, it's $48 or something like that. It just jumps up, right? But if you get 2 of those, you parallel them. Well, you can. And if you can do it in a board where you could just pop it in there, you solder the 2 things, and you're ready to go. This board fits on your modular battery over here, ready to go. And then I can make another module that instead of having that, it's like maybe it's like one for this guy. And this guy, it's a 48 volt already, so it's 1 unit. This one would probably be more. This one work only for the 48 volt people. These other ones will work for the 24 and the 48 volt. So that's the cool thing about this system. You can kind of make it super modular. I'm sure it'll refocus. I think I just need to Lock it. Come on, camera. Okay. I think if you don't... Yeah, you guys shouldn't be seeing all that blue stuff. Okay. Now it's locked. It shouldn't go out of focus anymore. Well, you said seriously be desoldering components and putting them into a new PCB to meet your needs. I just won't be able to be configured to do anything other than power a laptop. Could the board... Okay, so I already read that. Any ham operators here? Oh, I have talked to a few of them that are interested in batteries. The ham operators have their own little community where they're looking to power those radios. That's pretty cool. Our through night 3400 milliamp hour 18650 cells made by Panasonic. So that's a good question. Originally I used to think that all these other like weird branded cells were just rewraps of the main, 5 brands or whatever. But I think there are quite a bit of factories now in China that make cells. And so I think a lot of them could be, you know what I mean? Like, I think the major battery manufacturers also have some of these smaller shops make batteries for them. And they could be making the other name brands, right? Like this Imren. I think this is a big company, and they make their own cells or whatever. But when you look at them, man, they look almost exactly identical to the Samsung cells here. They have the same top. I bet you I want to take a couple of these and take the wrappings off and then just like scrutinize them, right? Because sometimes you could. I bet you there's a way like you can see if they came off the same machine or a similar machine. I mean, they look almost identical, right? So either they're buying the parts in the same place, like the canisters, right? It's coming from the same machine, and then they're like rewrapping them in a different factory. I don't know, but there's a possibility that they're coming from the same factories in China, and like Panasonic, the ones that get wrapped in Panasonic are like the A cells, the ones that meet the requirements. Any B cells that are like, well, these they didn't push, whatever, they're like not the same grade, then those are rewrapped in the less known brands. I bet you there's a lot of that going on in China because those guys are smart. They're not just gonna throw away a cell just because it's not like the best one. There's great B and C. And yeah, they'll sell those for less money, and put there's some applications that are perfectly fine using grade C cells. That's why they're buying all our recycled cells, right? That's why all these recycling centers are sending just truckloads and truckloads and shiploads of batteries back to China, because they're just rewrapping them and sending them right back to us, so that Walmart could sell them to us. Let's see. Bonjour says Moss Freebox. That means hello, right? I think that means hello. Michael, let's see. Discharge and cut them open, says Curl 3K. Well, what would be more interesting? Well, I always like. Here's something that I haven't done on my channel. I haven't blown any batteries in my channel. Why is that? I don't know. It's not because I have respect for. I respect batteries, right? I obviously have some. I have a love-hate relationship with batteries, right? I love them because they're great, because they're energy, but I hate them because, they've taken over my life. So I don't think it's that. I think just maybe because I'm like, no, there's nothing to be learned out of blowing up batteries. But then again, I also, I could trick people into watching. Like, people love destruction. People love to see, a battery blow up. And I know because I see all those videos where people are doing it and they're like, oh my God, I want some of those views. And then I'm like, my strategy is working, by the way. Like, people complain to me about the clickbaiting. And I do quite a bit of clickbaiting, right? But I believe that it's the right way to clickbait. Like, you clickbait by having a cool picture or a thing, and then when you come in, you're like, well, it wasn't just about that. It wasn't like just a thing. It was more. But if that more is interesting, and it's either valuable, then people forget all about the clickbait. They're like, whatever. I came here for this thing, but this is a little bit different. But I was like, I'm here because I'm enjoying what I'm watching. You know what I mean? And I think maybe the battery blowing thing up, I don't know. Maybe that's why I haven't done it, because I thought that was too far in the clickbait. What can we learn from blowing up batteries? Which, by the way, they don't blow up easily. I've seen nails right through them, and they're just like, oh, nothing happens. Um, you have to do it like in a very specific way, which I know how to do it, so I could blow up some batteries. Who wants to see some batteries blow up in the channel? Should we do it for all the people that wants to see destruction? They come in for the destruction, then they stay for the useful knowledge part of the thing. Where's that take guy says, Imran is one of many batteries that cannot be insured for retail sale or using in electronic components due to their volatility issues. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting to know. Uh, so that means if they are coming from the same factory as the Samsungs in China, then yeah, that means they're not the same grade, right? Because these have no problem, being insured or being able to, pass the test to be put on electronic equipment. Well, why aren't these ones going, right? Because these are the lower quality ones. These are the ones that didn't pass the test or something, and that's why we're getting them for less money. Although they weren't that much less. I haven't seen the Amran too much yet. I know they make 18650s also, but I'm like, I'm one of those like stays in the five, right? It's like the main five battery companies. Well, now it's six, I think, right? There's the one in China. It's actually pretty. The one in Canada is pretty good. What's that one that Tom was selling? Ah, man, I forget what the brand is that he sells. That they're Canadian cells. Cells made in America, which is crazy. I wish supercaps could have 18650 power density. Well, if supercaps had that kind of density, it would be crazy. We wouldn't be using lithium-ion cells. We would all be using caps. And I think that's what they're trying to do. It's just I don't think they're there. I think they have a long way to go to make that happen. A little blue smoke never hurt anyone. I'm pretty sure it probably did use the extractor. I haven't bought an extractor, but I don't do a lot of soldering here, so Jay, who posted Javier's live stream yesterday or today, I forgot. He's in Puerto Rico. Yes, he's in Puerto Rico. I gotta run, everyone. So Trenton, thank you for joining us in this live stream. Battery torture test. Yeah, see, I don't know. Can we learn something from the battery torture test? Lots of lithium batteries are built in China, but a bunch are fake and knockoffs, and I've been even seen them come rewrapped with button cell batteries. Yeah, definitely China is not to be trusted. But also, most of the batteries that we're using, the high quality batteries, are also coming from China. So, yeah, you just gotta know who to buy from. You gotta be able to order samples, test them, and then, which, by the way, there's nothing preventing them from like shipping you one shipment of good quality batteries, and then you order more in the second shipment from a completely different source because they're just sourcing it over there. It's like a whole thing over there, right? And then they can give you trash in the next one. That totally is also possible. So it's a big gamble. That's the thing with China. It's a big gamble. Here you can take them to court, right? They say you trash, but in China, good luck with that. It's halfway around the world. Let's see here. Overcharging would probably cause battery to blow up, I guess. Well, you would think so, but it takes a lot of work, a lot of energy to make a battery blow up by overcharging it. I mean, like a lot of energy. You need to it's not easy. Just watch all those videos of people trying to do it, and it's just not. It just doesn't happen. It has to be like the stars have to be aligned correctly to get that happening. I think the only sure way to get them to blow up is by crushing them. Well, first having them fully charged, right? And then putting them in like some kind of like thing when you crush them, and then they blow up. Or you heat them. You throw them in the fire, or you put a heat gun on them, and also they have to be fully charged. You heat them up to the point where they blow up essentially. Those are the two only. Overcharging them, yeah, they have all those safety things. They have the CID, they have the vent, the thing that will vent and then will throw all that pressure out. Yeah, it's not 100% knowledge. Nearly 1:30. Oh my god, it's 10. Yeah, so it's 10:27. I started this one late today. Molly. There we go. J Kenny 1, Molly. Those are the ones that they're not that good, he says. According to Tom, those were like really good. Like on all his testing, they were coming out really good. Do a vid where you short a whole pack on a Craftsman wrench. Oh, I see. You want to see the Craftsman wrench glowing. Is that what's happening? Tell you what, I order some of those. I order more of the problem. So I have some that will put out. Well, I have a bunch of these that I don't really care for too much. I have a bunch of these A123s that put out a ton of power, right? And they're just kind of degraded too much. Like they're literally like less energy in here than in an 18650, and they're twice the size. But they can push a ton of power. So I have 2 packs here. I tore one apart. I tore the wrong one apart. The other one that had still put together, one group is gone. So I can't even use it as a module. I wanted to do some tests. So I'm gonna have to tear it apart if I want to use the cells. And the one that I tore apart, I think they were all semi good, even though they were degraded. But I could definitely make a few of these in parallel. We can melt some stuff with that, right? Because it's cool. Because it's 3 volts. It's just a ton of amperage, enough to melt wrenches and stuff. And yeah, definitely. I'm gonna try to do that. Whoa. Let's see. Where are we at? What do you? At last, a YouTuber that actually drinks water on a live feed. What do you mean? YouTubers don't drink water usually? Wait. I gotta drink more water. You can't talk for 2 hours and not drink water. Like, it's crazy. It's hard work. It's hard. I don't know how Joe Rogan does it every day. Oh, I know he does. Yeah, he's smoking out, drinking water, and bait and switch happens all the time. And Rex says, I got some good Samsungs in one order from Alarm Hookup and some fakes in another order. I don't think it was intentional though. Well, no, I mean, he gets them from, they're recycled cells. So he gets these packs and he tests them and stuff, but he can't touch every single cell. He'll get a bunch of them. Like he's got a pallet, and then he'll go pick up random ones test them, and then he's like, okay, here's the untested ones. They're like around this capacity or this degradation or whatever. I mean, he's moving millions of cells, so at this point he can't really test all of them. And they're recycled cells. They're valued. They're discounted cells, right? So it's like he could test every single one, and in fact, you can buy some of those tested, but then he has to pay for all that labor and stuff, and they end up being kind of expensive. I mean, not super expensive, right? Like, what are those 2600 milliamp hours ones that he's selling? It was like $180 for 100, so about $1.80 for each, right? So, not the cheapest ones, but I mean, yeah, good luck trying to find that price. It's still the cheapest price in town, you know what I mean? Like, you can get a deal here and there, but like with him, he always has cells, you know what I mean? Like right now he's really low, and I talked to him and he says it's because he just had some other clients that just took him off, so that's why he's kind of running low right now. And then it takes time to process. I sat here for 5 hours yesterday and I processed 4 of those little boxes? Yeah. So, yeah, 400 cells. It took me like 5 hours. Of course, I was doing other stuff, watching videos. I wasn't like really, hustling or whatever, but it just takes a long time to do all that work. West that Tech Guy says, I've been importing batteries over 10 years. Oh, wow. You must stick to only the guaranteed companies for both. We have to go through China because the big battery companies won't sell to us due to minimum order quantity of 100K units. Really? Some of those companies have a minimum order quantity of 100,000 cells? Wow, that's crazy. Wait, which, by the way, if we all get together, we can order 100,000 cells. I don't know, Wes, about a year ago, I bought a pallet of batteries from, who do I say? Faraday Future, right? The car company. They had some batteries that they didn't want, and they had a whole pallet, and it was like 20,000 cells, right? And we all got together and we bought them. I put like a link on one of my videos, and boom, they all just went, and like in a day, we all just bought 20,000 of these cells, and then we ship them all out. So we could definitely. This is a year ago when my channel was, I didn't even have 100,000 subscribers yet. Now, I think I've been at it for a whole year more. People know. The thing is, the market is kind of saturated. Back then, a year ago, you couldn't really find new batteries or just batteries that you can buy at a decent price. But I think we could probably put together like a group buy and get 100,000 cells. 100,000 cells is nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we sold 20,000 in one day back then. Especially if they're attractive cells, like 2170s, for example. Wrap the battery in C4 with an ignition, that should do it. Yeah, in 21700 cells, with the increase in energy, the volume and weight also increase about 20%. So did you think that it would replace the 18650? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say, but I don't know if the 18650 will disappear if Tesla stops using them. I mean, I don't think there's like other large markets that are using the 18650, right? Like, vapors are using them. I think right now there's like a bunch of other like smaller markets, like mobility vehicles, like skateboards, all this other stuff are using little power packs, right? Like these ones that I have. This is a bunch of 18650s in here. But I think they're using them just because of their they're available in the market, and I think they're in the market still because of Tesla, right? Because, well, no, but they're only buying the Panasonic ones. Yeah, I don't think, I think that there's not going to be 18650s for much longer. I think that's kind of a weird form factor, right? You can't use them in like small electronics anymore because they're fat. So they're all going for these little pouch cells, which, by the way, they have the same energy density. Like the stuff like here, like the cell on my phone here, it's an 18650, right? But it's just flat. Uh, and it's probably about the same price. We could probably find them. I was thinking about that. I wanted to find like 3400 milliamp hour cells for phones in China, so that I can make like a skateboard. So that's like super thin, because now I can double stack them, and then you don't. It's not this. It's not 18 millimeters. So you can do like way less than that, but it's still at the same energy density. You can still push them. And by the way, those can push some serious power. I tested the ones from the LG phones, and they can do like 50 amps on a dead short on a little battery, right? So I mean, yeah, it would be interesting. I think definitely the 2170s are going to be around because Tesla is using them, um, and I think, yeah, a lot of people are going to jump into that. I don't know how long the 18650s it's around, but we shall have to see, I guess. I've been informed, so I already read that one. Am I going backwards? What the hell's going on here? What was your question about the glass fuse? Maskilla 469 says, "What's up?" Um, his boards use the SMD fuse. I plan to use glass fuses on each cell anyway. Just curious if I could, if if it could be bypassed. Wait, the main fuse? Yeah, bypass it. I mean, just use a resistor leg. That's what I'm doing on mine. I didn't order those fuses for mine because I wanted to test the board, right? And so I didn't. I actually did order some fuses that I think I sent them to you. I sent you like 5 fuses that I had here that I use. I think those are 4 amps. So I didn't end up using those. I'm just gonna wait till I get the big batch from China. Let's see. Can you edit the Gerber file? Let's see. Oh, wait. What is he saying about the Gerber file? Oh, man, come on. Come on. I lost it. Okay, search Wikipedia, solid state battery. Blah, 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 blah. I'm in for 20,000 at under 25 cents an amp hour. Oh, that's an interesting. Well, usually we talk about like dollar per kilowatt hour, right? And so energy density. Usually it's the way we like to do it. I'm down for a group buy, sis. Baboon Man, the Cruzan. You can edit the Gerber file. It's open source. It's not. No, well, yeah, but the thing is, I don't think Gerber files are like editable files. I think you need to actually have the working files, right? It's like a delivery file. I think from what my 5 minutes of research that I did, I couldn't do it. I actually downloaded that software that he used. What did I say? What is the software that I got? Eagle. And I couldn't import the Gerber file. It just didn't know what to do with it. Again, it was also the free version, so I don't know. Maybe you need to buy the membership or whatever. I already have the boards. Yeah, I send you some boards. Build some batteries. Build some batteries and share them in that other group, because no one is sharing them over there. They're not sharing my videos. And I guess I could go over there and share them, but screw those guys. But you can go and share it. Oh, yeah, and held it. That was pain. Yeah, that was crazy. But then it got settled pretty quickly, so that was good. I'm down for 100,000. I'll get $500. Hello, watching from the Philippines. I'm in for 20,000. Yeah, the 2170s, it would be great. So, by the way, we that might be happening. I might have access to 2170s pretty soon. They're still going to be expensive, though. I think they're still, I think for us to make money, I think they're going to have to be like $7, $8, I think, a piece. But they're going to be available, which is cool. Because right now, it's like they're not even available. What's your opinion, Jehu? I pretty much know the ins and outs. You can get good energy density cells like the Panasonic 34. At $100 a kilowatt hour, I get a bunch. Yeah, that's still that's. I mean, yeah, that would also be a great deal, right? Because, like I say, I'm looking at some in China, and it's still coming out about $300 a kilowatt hour. So it's still expensive for those. But it's attractive enough for me to be like, maybe that's what I want to use for my Samba. If it was $100 a kilowatt hour, definitely I'd jump on that. Guys, let's do a bulk order of 3,400 milliamp hour cells. I need some for the Samba. I live outside Death Valley, and empty whole house runs on solar. Also use the sun for hot water. Tesla is building 5,000 cars packs a week. Yep. We are going to be swimming in 2170s pretty soon. By this time next year. We're like, yeah. Except for the fact that I just saw the pictures. Those batteries are going to be a pain to remove. They're not going to be easily taken out of those modules, unfortunately. So you either use that giant module, or you just, I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a fun thing to modify those boards. They're not gonna be like the Model S batteries. It's time for more people to will trust you, Jay, being Mexican and all. In time. I like to build a 10 by 10 battery pack and then scale it up to 100 by 100. I'm down for a big order whenever you are. I'll set it up and we can do it. I buy bi-weekly in general. Really? If you have access to the 3,400 milliamp hours, I want to buy some. I want to put 300 miles. So what is that? At least 60 kilowatt hours on my bus. That's what I want to put, and I want to build all the modules like custom, so they fit everywhere where they're not visible. The floor, in the back, where the gas tank used to be. I'm gonna make all those modules 100% from the ground up, so that I can pack them really well in there. But yeah, I'm looking for the best energy density that I can relatively affordably I can do it. Tesla uses Panasonic and Samsung. Yeah, they do now. Some interesting stuff. Looks like it would be completely different chemistry though. So like the AGM versus flooded type situation. What did your 500 watt 48 pack cost to make? I'm a scrub interested in good price to capacity storage. So it's not the cheapest, right? It's about $40 worth of all this nonsense thing that I got. The holders, the standoffs, the PCBs, the little plastic battery. So about $40. And then these cells, I paid about, well, I still don't know how much I paid for these cells, right? It's about 200 of them for, what, $160, and I don't know how many of those are good. I know 50 of them are bad. Then I'm testing another batch over there. So once I figure that out, then I will be able to tell you. But let's say roughly, let's say that I paid $1 for each one of these cells, and I have 7 times 10, so 70 cells. Well, so that would be $70 plus $40. Yeah, so we're looking at about $110 here. $110 for a half a kilowatt pack. Yeah, and it's modular. You can use it at 24 volts or 48 volts. So that's what we're looking at here. So it's not the cheapest. What does that work out to be? Well, that's $200 a kilowatt hour. So, yeah, definitely. Well, actually, that's not that bad. $200 a kilowatt hour. That's not that bad, especially when it's this easy to put together. Like, you can pop them in. If these batteries are no good, you pop them out and put some new ones in there. Like that system could stay with you even though you change the batteries. I don't know if that's actually a valuable thing, but I wanted to build something that regular people can put it together easily, and it's not a big pain, and there's not like a huge steep learning curve on how to. Anyone could solder a pin through like a through hole on a PCB. That's easy. You can get a thing, and and there's not that many of them. Other than that, everything else is just like it's just mechanical assembly. Like you can screw a couple of circuit boards there. Can you like connect these little connectors? Yeah, it's just so it's more like for ease of build. It's quick. It's quicker. I mean, quicker for someone that doesn't know how to like solder really good and like has a spot welder and hasn't been spot welding for like a long time. I think this is gonna be quicker because I did the time. I have the video where I time myself, and it turned out to be about the same as building that other one where like you just solder the cells directly into the thing. So I think that's just where it's at. $200 kilowatt hour turns out, including the batteries. If you use these batteries, anyways, those cells. Well, those might not be the best cells because there might be a lot of work to take them apart, and then the ratio of bad ones to good ones might not be the best. You might want to do the more expensive ones, and then that's less work for you. Can you tell me what kind of welder that you use? A TIG welder, arc welder on the batteries to make Powerwall? What do you prefer? Oh, I don't know about the TIG welders. What do you mean, to make like boxes, or you're saying to actually weld on the cells? You use a resistive like spot welder for the batteries. Does anyone else make 2170 other than Tesla, Panasonic? Well, yeah, the same form factor, but they're not called 2170s. They're called 21700s. I bought a bunch of them so I can make a skateboard, which are pretty similar. I think the Tesla ones are rumored or speculated to be 5 amp hour cells, and these are 5 amp hour cells. I tested them, and this is a 5 amp hour cell here. This one also. This one I ended up buying a bunch of these because these were cheaper. But as it turns out, Wes, that tech guy, said that is because these are more dangerous because they have a higher failure rate, turns out. But I don't care. I'm going to put it on a skateboard, so if it catches fire, I'll just throw it outside. I just want to be able to just beat it up, Hold on, guys. Let me get some water because my thing is... I'll be back after this short break. So how much does this Powerwall cost? Let's do a rundown on the prices of all the components. First, we have the solar charge controller available for $38.99, the bidirectional meter at $29.99, an uninterruptible power supply available for $30. The battery modules are $50 each. There's 10 of them, so it's $500 in total. The 32-inch metal box is $59.22. A fuse holder is $682. The battery management system, the long ones are $14 each, and the main unit is like $200, so it comes down to a total of $342. All these components come to a grand total of $1,008 US dollars. You can find the links for all these parts on the description of this video. I want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned for future videos, all having to do with DIY renewable energy. Let's see if the improvements that we made to it. All right, I'm back. This is one of the packs that I made for one of my skateboards. And then I replaced it because I was like, screw this. These batteries put out a ton of amperage, but they don't give me like a lot of miles, right? I think this is like 15 miles or something, so I ended up using the 3400 milliamp hours because it turns out my skateboard doesn't pull that much. And so then now I get 40 miles with my pack, which is way too much. But I have to make that pack that big because in order to push the amperage that it needs so I don't hurt the cells, it has to be that big. So yeah, but I'm back. I got a couple $100 to spend on 3400 milliamp hour cells. Approved the Facebook group invite. I got a couple of RV camp projects in mind. Let's see here. I've noticed Samsung has the 2170s now. Maybe old news, but I'm catching up. I spent a long time trying to figure out the hydrogen conversion for cars. Oh, I see. Yeah, they do. The Samsung ones, those are available. You can buy them. Actually, they're sold out. You can buy them on Amazon right now, but they're expensive. Damn, I'm handling them. I wrote on them how much they cost. See, these are $14 each, where I think these ones might have been $15 each. It looks like a 15. But look at that. Look at the 50 milliohm resistance. It's really low. How much was this one? This one was even lower, 32. So yeah, I think that should make up a good build for my skateboard. I don't know how I'm gonna hold them though. Maybe a custom PCB? No. By the way, anybody else knows really well how to make your way around Eagle so you can make PCBs? So I can be making several PCBs at the same time because I'm getting a lot of ideas. I just don't want to learn it. I don't have the patience to learn it. I fooled around with it for 10 minutes and I'm like, I just got frustrated. That's all I did. But I can draw in like Photoshop. I can draw the thing, the layout. I can tell you like very clearly what it is that I want to do. I just can't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to learn a whole new system. How to draw PCBs on Eagle. That's just Let's see. Where's another question I can answer here? John Public says you can build your own solar panels too. No need to buy commercial if you're good with the soldering iron. Yeah, so I tried some, right? I ordered some of these guys because they're super cheap and these are not brittle. The problem with the regular solar panels is they're super brittle, and if you're not careful with them, you're just like, oh, there goes. I just broke it. And then you gotta encapsulate them because if you don't, then they just get degraded, right? I think you have to encapsulate these ones too. But these are put on these like aluminum thing, and you can bend them too, which is cool. If you wanted to, right? And I originally got some of these because I thought maybe I can put some on the bus, on the roof, But then I thought maybe I need to make a video and like see how hard it is to make these, because these I don't think you need tabs. It has 2 layers, and the bottom layer is like the negative, and the top layer is like the positive, something like that. So then you can just put, where is it at? Oh yeah. So then you can just put them like that, and you put solder there, right? And then you just put heat on there, and and then the top layer attaches to the bottom layer, and then that's it. They're soldered together, and then this one is in series with this one, and you just go up and you make rows. So they're a lot easier to attach than the other ones. So I bought 10 of them, and I wanna. By the way, you can buy like whole thing of these guys. They're kind of cheap. Of these guys, I don't know how much work it is. I don't know if it's worth it or whatever, but I want to play with them and just put these 10 together, see how much voltage we get. See, they're supposed to be 2.5 watts, 2.6 watts each or something like that. 2.5, something like that, I think. So I should have 26 watts there with those 10. Yeah, I'm like, I want to try that, see if that works. What would you say the time until the 2170s will hit the second market like laptop batteries are now? Well, I don't know if they are going to, right? Because just think about it, they're not being used. Okay, so they will probably end up being used on like power tools, maybe. Maybe? They're kind of big. No, but they're big power packs. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe that's the industry that's going to use them. Like those big packs. People are like using them on big tools now, like lawnmowers and garden stuff. So I think eventually they'll change them to that. So that might be the way we end up getting them or whatever. Yeah, and the cars, of course, like I said, it's gonna be really hard to take them apart from those modules, unfortunately. But definitely laptops are not going to use them. So I don't know. I think it's going to be different. I don't think we're going to get them the same way that we were getting the 18650s. I wish I had the money, but brand new headways for cheap are about to hit the American market with the DIY group. Those 22 headways are going to fly. 22 amp hour. What would you say? Okay, so I already read that. Easy EDA PCB design. I tried that program too. Again, I was frustrated because I didn't understand it. I'm like, screw this. I'll just have someone build it. You need about 80 3400 milliamp hour 18650 cells to get around 1 kilowatt hour capacity, right? Or is my math off? Yeah, something like that. It's like, I think it's less than that. I think it's like 70 or something like that. PCBs for 38120 headway cells. Yeah, I mean, definitely they can be made. I have it? I don't have it here. I left it in my shop. I have some PCBs that I bought for a DIY charger that I was once making. And that thing was able to carry like some crazy. I think that was a 12 kilowatt charger, so it could carry 12,000 watts. So the copper was super thick. Yeah, you could definitely make a PCB for these guys. I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it would be worth it, I guess. Why not? You should do it. Do it. You can make it so it could carry that all that energy. ECEDA is easy. Jehu picnic problem in chair, not in computer. How many watts in that Flex solar panel? Yeah, 2.5 watts or something like that. 2.6 watts. Fusion 360 is free, and it acts like Inventor. Let's see. I used it this past year. I need to get on there. It's been a while for me. What was that you just had in your hand that you bent? Yeah, so that's the solar panel. So it's not the most energy dense yeah, panel. It's not the best one, but like I said, it's got a lot of attractive features for me. Like I bought a bunch of those and I just broke them all because they're super fragile. You look at them wrong and they crack. So you have to grab them and then like treat them like, like they're snowflakes, and then solder them, and then you have to put them in some piece of glass, and then you have to like encapsulate them so the air doesn't get to them, doesn't like degrade. So it's just unless you're like setting yourself up to do like a million of them and get the right equipment, they're a pain. But I thought these are a lot easier. You could handle them. I mean, I don't know. There's probably like this is probably hurting them, putting like oil on these. This probably robbing some efficiency from these guys or whatever. I don't know. But these are super cheap. And you can buy them. You can buy like a whole box of these for how much was it? Like you can buy a whole pallet of these for like $2,000 or something, but it's some crazy amount of solar panel capacity. How many is it? Like 16? I want to say, wait, how much was it? Oh, I can't. I have to look at the thing. My brain doesn't work right now. Let's see here. Just do it. What battery would you use to make a UPS for a 3D printer that pulls 70 watts? I mean, any battery. 18650s. Well, no, wait a minute. Yeah, 18650s. Use a 24 volt UPS and then, build one of these guys. This is a 24 volt pack. Well, actually, this is 48. But if you just wire it different, okay, you take it off, you mount it on top, then it becomes a 24 volt thing, and then you just connect it into your UPS, and the UPS will charge it. 7S is 24 volts. It doesn't know that it's not lead acid. It doesn't care. It just knows that it's 24 volts. Or you can just use it 48 volts. I think there are some that are 48 volts. Look at this guy. This dog, he just likes to take all his toys out of the box. And he lays them all out. And he never puts them in there. Hey, when are you going to learn to put them in there? God, this dog. All right. All right, guys. 11 p.m. I'm sure it's a lot. It's a lot later where you're at. What's your opinion on SLA batteries? I don't have an opinion. Don't use them. All technology. Unless you're like free, yeah, don't use them. Don't spend a lot of money on them. They don't last long. Wait, what does it say here? Why did it take your message? Hit me up for the batteries. Let's do it. Go to my channel and get in touch with me, or shoot me an info and we'll go from there. I gotta run. Gotta get to important. China's open now. Oh, there you go. Time to do business with China. We'll definitely do it. 2 a.m. in what? Pittsburgh? What's PGH? Electricity. Get the voltage right, and it doesn't care. All right, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. It was interesting. Hopefully, I will be able to have some videos for you soon of this thing working. I also want to make a video about the whole buying this cheap batteries and then doing a breakdown of, if it's worth it or not. They're gone anyways. I saw today that there's only a few of those packs left anyways. But undoubtedly they will be back. Because those modem battery packs or whatever, they're like, I think there's like almost an endless supply of those. They just keep coming in, right? And maybe I can do the same things with the 2600 milliamp hours, because I have 2 of those packed, and then I could test those and also compare them, see if those turn out to be better. Because I got some heaters with those too. I just tested like 8 of them, and I think like one was a heater in that one or something. So, you know, it's always good to like do some independent testing on these batteries, and then you guys can make your decision which ones you want to buy. Let's do the battery explosion video together. There you go. I made. Where are you at, Wes, the tech guy? I'm in California. I'm in LA, the LA area. I made a UPS for my 3D printer. Got tired of brownouts causing failed prints. Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you're yeah, because some of those prints take forever, and then the power goes out. Yeah, 8:04 a.m. in Slovenia. Whoa, you're just starting your day in Slovenia. That's crazy. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Look for the Green Power Science channel. He has a ton of solar wind that you can build. Wes the Tech Guy. Thanks for the live feed. Hey, thank you, Wes the Tech Guy. How you going with the PCB design? It's ongoing. I submitted the changes to the guy that's doing the layout. As soon as he gets back to me, then I'll get the Gerber files. I'll make a video on how to order from the PCB websites, and then yeah, and then we'll put it up there. We'll make it available to everyone. I mean, it's almost ready to go, right? I can build these ones. It's just the holes are the wrong size. Yeah, there's a few things. Not major, I don't think. Some people feel like this is not ready for prime time, but I'm like, it's ready. It works. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm testing it, right? So I'm gonna put this thing together. As soon as I get more of these blocks or whatever, I'll build a bigger pack. I'll build like, you know, I don't have that many boards here, but I think I have enough to do like 1 or 2 kilowatt pack and then test it. I have a 2.5 kilowatt inverter here that I can load a 2.5 kilowatt pack, 1C, because I don't recommend more than 1C. This is strictly for DIY Powerwalls, and then after that, yeah, we'll release it. We'll have all you guys start making them, your packs, and then see what you guys can do with it. You guys are gonna build better systems than me, anyways. That's how it always happens. I'm always the one telling you how to do it, then you guys go and do it, and then I'm like, oh. John Public, can you build all sorts of stuff to charge batteries without using commercial power? You can build all sorts of stuff. So you're saying that. It's not a question. What do you think of using a car battery pack with dual modification as a Powerwall? It's going to happen. I know at least one inverter company that is making an inverter that's like good for like 300 or 400 volt range, which is perfect for the modern EV packs to be used without any mods. That is going to happen. I think that's the reason why they're building it there, because before that they didn't have, right? That's why we can all get 48 volt inverters or 36 or all the below 48 they're for like the RV market, and then all the 48 volts are like the big backup for homes and stuff. But then the only thing that is high voltage is really the ones that are made for solar, which go all the way to 600 volts, but there's nothing in between there like to be used with a battery, and I think they're coming up with that. So it's gonna happen. All right, that's it. Thank you for spending time with me. We'll make videos. We'll show you the videos. Thank you for your support. Thank you for clicking on the links from buying the stuff. It helps. Oh, by the way, yeah, one last time, if you're not a member of the Facebook group, join us over there. There's a lot of activity. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of builds. Ton of people are building stuff there. And then also there's a thing that I've been doing pretty much every day now. As you guys know, there's a lot of you guys all send me a lot of questions. I can't really answer them all anymore, or else I'd be here sitting all day, and then I would have no time to make videos and no time to go live and all this other stuff. But what I'm doing is, like, if you guys need help, there's a lot of you guys that have questions and, about your specific projects, right? And so what I've been doing is using that system. There's a new service that we're using, and I think I'm the only one using it. That one is it's called Fan Time, and it allows you to go in there and then pay me for my time, and then you can sit in blocks of half hour, and then we can just talk about your project, and then I can go detailed. Right here, all the questions are kind of like kind of broad, kind of general. There's a lot of new people. There's about 300 people joining the channel every day. So if you're like like one of those people that are here, that have been here, you're probably saying like, oh, this guy just repeats himself. And the cool thing is that my audience is growing so fast right now that even though it's annoying having to answer all the questions at the same time, or the same questions over and over again, it's because it's a whole new group of people. 300 more people join the channel every day, and so there's a huge number of new audience. And so for those of you guys that so some of the more advanced of you guys, these live chats are not as useful anymore for you guys. A one-on-one, definitely it's a lot better, more to the point. We can talk about your thing, and it helps me out a little bit too, because I spend a lot of time answering questions, and I don't get paid for that. So then I have to spend more time making videos and stuff like that. But that's one way that you can help me. So thank you for all your support. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. All right. And